Animal Crossing New Horizons is like a delicious multi-layered cake with many different flavored fillings. Each bite you take is something new, and each day you play Animal Crossing rewards you with something fun and fresh. This game is a fantastic improvement for the franchise, from the new art style to the DIY crafting system, from the Dodo airlines to all the different customization options with terraforming and more. This is one for the record books. But like any video game, improvements can be made. Updates could occur, and there are things that we, of course, wish were different. So today I'm bringing you the top 10 most wanted updates for Animal Crossing New Horizons. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, staying safe, staying sane, and enjoying your AC. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below your number one biggest, most wanted upgrade you need to see in Animal Crossing. If you were in charge, what would you have them fix or improve or add? I want to hear from you in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and are excited to see where Animal Crossing goes from here on out, because they're committed to a lot of content, and hopefully they're committed to a lot of patches and a lot of updates. We saw the 1.1.1 update hit today. Not much in the way of patch notes. They removed the infinite money / item duplication glitch. That's no longer a part of the game. Spinning things on the box ain't gonna work anymore. But here's what I'd love to see them add. And we're gonna start simply with one that has personally bugged the heck out of me. Number one, I need map indicators for my island visitors. You know the map, the little mini one, you can have it set to always be on or only appear when you're not moving or never appear. Wouldn't it be nice if you could see where your visitors were when your friends come to visit and you want to find them easily and quickly on your island? Why is there no indicator for where another player is moving around my island? This makes such simple sense and would be a no-brainer. It would boost the UI and improve the user experience so much. And I feel like it's a very easy add. All they gotta do is track the other players on your island so you know where they're at. Nintendo, this one should be a snap of the fingers. I feel like it's something that could be done overnight, but it would really help me know when I have multiple people over or I'm visiting someone else with multiple friends. We could all keep track of each other and know where everybody's at, instead of having to rely on the sometimes slow keyboard system where you have to type out what you're trying to tell everybody else on the island. Number two is more house storage. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of great stuff in this game. From furniture to clothes, from fishies to critters, there's so much that I want to keep. All the rugs, all the carpets, all the wallpaper. I want to store all my stuff. And there's just not a lot of house storage. I would love an add-on that improves and expands your house storage. And frankly, I feel like it should be tied to your house upgrades. As you continue to add rooms to your house, as you look to build a second floor, why not give you more space in your storage? It seems like a fitting upgrade. It seems like it would just make sense again. So I'd love for them to give me more opportunity to keep the things I like, so I don't have to keep littering my island with placed items like I'm some sort of hoarder. I really just want to store it all away nicely in little packs, so I know here's all my fruit from everyone's island, here's all my clothes, all my hats, all my rugs, all my little dinner items, all my bathroom items. Just give us more house storage. Can't be that hard. Number three is a big one, and one I think a lot of you would love. It's more buildings. You know, games like New Leaf had plenty more big buildings that would appear in your town. And I know this is an island, so things are a little bit different, and I'm very happy with the fact that we are on a tropical getaway, but I'd love to see a few more things from the mainland come to Animal Crossing, and I'd be open to any buildings they want to bring, but I'm going to highlight one that I think would be really fun and still fit the island theme oh so well: the Roost. Do you remember the Roost from past titles? The coffee shop would be an awesome addition where you could go and sip some coffee, grab some hot chocolate, hang out with your friends and drink tea, even work at the shop. Brewster is the homeboy. He's good friends with Blathers. Blathers is there because of the museum, so it just makes sense. And I think it would be a great addition, something totally different, unlike any of the other services provided on the island. I mean, you gotta eat. This is a vacation. This is basically, you're building out a resort, a new home on this island, and there aren't a lot of options for eating or drinking. I mean, at the very least, let me open up those snack and vending machines that you can buy with Nook Miles and let me get something out of them to take home. It's getting a little hungry here. I'm feeling a little hangry. You know how that goes. Dude, that villager on my island, Snooty, that I can't seem to kick out, I feel like she's hangry 24/7. So please bring the roost so at least she is a little less ornery. Or goodness gracious, any other building. Because I love expanding Nook's Cranny. I like when the Able sisters come to town. But it would be really fun to have a few more. And speaking of Snooty, number 4 is I want a defined way to remove villagers. One of the coolest parts of this game is assembling your population. And I know that getting a random dice roll of villagers is pretty fun. You've got a little bit of personal choice because you can have villagers come to the campsite, you can use Amiibo, you can visit Mystery Islands, but I'd love to have some concrete system to remove them. Some way to know that, hey, I can get these guys out of here without having to go buy Amiibo cards and work the campsite system in that specific way. I'm sure Nintendo will never tell us the magic behind their math. I'm sure they'll never reveal all of the intricacies of their algorithms. But hey, maybe this is more of a community want. I want us to figure out how to make this happen so I can get rid of Snooty. Have you seen my video? She won't leave. I'm doing everything. And the Anteater will not take note. She won't get a clue. She won't get out of there. And I hope one day I can fix that. Number 5 is one that I think, goodness gracious, this might be the top one on everybody's list. Multiple islands per Switch. I've seen so many people say, goodness gracious, Zach, I got the game. My girlfriend was so excited. We both wanted to play. And my girlfriend can't even do the main stuff. She's basically just supporting me and doing the stuff on my island because you can't even both do the same stuff on the island. You can't have your own islands. It sucks. And yeah, you can buy more games and more Switches, but that's expensive and insane. So Animal Crossing really needs a system for multiple islands per Switch. And if they're not going to do that, at least give us cloud saves. At least give us some steadfast guarantee that if our system does bite the dust, our island does not go up in smoke as well. I'm genuinely worried that we're going to hit a point where people have Switches die and their islands and all the villagers die with it. And that's going to be miserable. Because they've said, oh, that there's some one-time limited way to recover data, but will that work every time? Do they really have it down to a science? I'm sad that Nintendo did this one move that is very anti-consumer in a game that is so friendly and so welcoming and so fun and is so awesome. It's sold amazingly well. Don't get me wrong, it's a phenomenal game. I love it. But the multiple islands thing is a real bummer. And if they want to do a real solid to all of us super dedicated Nintendo fans, an update that addressed this at some point, whether it's multiple islands per Switch, whether they find a way to at least incorporate cloud saves to guarantee the safety of our single island that might be home to multiple people on the same system. Man, I hope they would change course and make this update. Number 6 is a little one, but I'm going to mention it because I've seen a lot of you requesting it as well. More Nintendo-themed items in the game, baby! How cool was it when you opened up your game and got a Nintendo Switch? And if you're one of the lucky few that got the Animal Crossing Joy-Cons, how cool was it to see that iteration of the Switch in your house? It's a fantastic feeling, and it would be a no-brainer for Nintendo to add other consoles, the classic consoles. Bring in an NES, an SNES, make a Game Boy Color pop up in the shop. If they don't want to bring in items from other Nintendo franchises, I understand. I think it'd be a phenomenal move. I think it'd be so fun to have a little question block lamp, or a little Goomba statue, or a Master Sword for your bedroom. But if they don't want to go that far, they've already incorporated Nintendo consoles. Why not bring them all? An N64 that you could hook up in your house would be phenomenal. It's a tiny touch, but one that would add a lot of Nintendo charm for all of our nostalgic selves. It would be so fun to see a lineup of every console. You could create a video game room to go along with the pinball machines and the foosball table and all the fun that you can already bring into your home. I think this would be a great one, and maybe it's something they add during a simple event. I feel like putting new items in should be a real quick, easy patch, and I hope they decide to do it. Number 7 is going to be better gift sending systems. I love mailing gifts, and I love receiving gifts. It's super fun to see what other players have found and friends have found, and they might want to give it to you, or maybe you want to give it to them, or you have the perfect item that you know is going to work wonderfully with your girlfriend's aesthetic, or with your brother's aesthetic, or with your best friend's look that they're trying to achieve. But as of right now, the gift sending system is a little obtuse, because you have to visit that player's island, you have to register them during that visit, and then you're able to send mail. I should be able to send mail to anyone on my friends list. If they have Animal Crossing, I want to send them gifts. That makes perfect sense. Why do we have to set up an open gate visitation session just so I can send them a snail mail letter? Isn't that the whole point of sending a letter, so you don't have to visit their island? It kind of feels like a backward system that might even defeat what they're trying to achieve. So I'd love for Nintendo to get in there and just ease the restrictions on gift sending. Number 8 is Mystery Island improvements, Mystery Island exclusions, and maybe even a more expensive ticket that leads to better Mystery Islands. Because look, this is one of the most exciting things about AC New Horizons, the Mystery Island tours. You can find new friends. You can find critters and creatures that aren't on your island right now. You can find different fruits and plants and bamboo. But oftentimes we're seeing the same islands. So when I'm talking about better Mystery Islands and Mystery Island exclusions, I'm saying stay true to what Wilbur tells us. Wilbur says they burn the flight plans, but it's clearly not the case. I've seen countless YouTube videos where people are visiting the exact same island multiple times, and that's not cool. You pay a lot of good Nook miles for these tickets, and they should be more varied. It's a very exciting concept, but in actuality, after the first few, it becomes pretty mundane and even monotonous. So I'd love to see them add in more Mystery Islands that can really mix things up. Maybe ones that are super cool, like Tarantula Island. Those are fantastic. Even the Bamboo Island is such a nice change of pace. So more stuff like that. And perhaps this will expand as they continue to add new stuff to the game through different updates and different events. But even a more expensive ticket would be a welcome change where you're guaranteed a bit of a better island, or maybe a more themed island or something a little bit niftier. I would love that, and I know a lot of you would as well. Down to the last two. Number 9 is a crafting app. I'd love to take a crafting app on the go, and it's fine if it's locked behind many gates. I'm talking like the end of the main quest after terraforming is unlocked. Fine, give it to us then. Make us feel, live, and breathe the crafting life with the workbenches the whole way through. But after that, when I get to a point where I've accomplished so much and I'm just looking to beautify and better my space and make it exactly how I want, adding a crafting app to the phone would be such a time saver. It would be so convenient, and I really don't think you'd lose much of anything. If you were able to craft from your phone, it would still require materials, it would still require the recipe book screen. What would you lose except the trekking back and forth? And if you save it for the end game, you've already made that trek hundreds or even thousands of times. The Nook phone is such a fun addition, but they need one more app, and it's the crafting app that they need. Number 10, my final most wanted update is Blathers Rewards. Remember when you first donated creatures to Tom Nook? Do you remember what he did? He gave you a recipe, or he gave you a goodie. You know what Blathers does? He gives you info and falls back asleep. Now, there's nothing wrong with a little history lesson on that giant weirdo fish you just caught, or on the fossil you managed to dig up. That's cool, but I really think there should be more incentive besides building out the museum to continue donating your creatures from the Critterpedia to Blathers. It is wonderful to see the butterfly house expand and see all the fish tanks really fill up. It's fantastic. It's one of the most beautiful things Nintendo has ever built graphically. I think that museum is a wonder. But it would be a lot more rewarding if Blathers did something for you besides saying thanks, I'll add them to my museum. And with so few buildings in the game, it's important that the ones that are there are incredibly valuable. We do not have the observatory. Celeste is in the game, doing things a little differently. But man, at least Blathers, come through. Give us something. It seems like it would be very nice if they were able to add a way to incentivize your constant return to Sleepy Blathers and his desire for a filled up museum, besides just seeing the tanks and the spaces a little more dense. So there you have it. That's my list of the top 10 most wanted Animal Crossing updates in my book. Let me know what your most wanted update is. And if you agree with me, that's totally cool. Let me know. Maybe you desperately want multiple islands per Switch. Maybe you're hungry for more buildings and really want Brewster and the Roost to come to your island. Maybe you also feel like a map indicator for friends would be so simple and helpful. I want to hear from you. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and are having fun with Animal Crossing. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until that time, thanks so much. Appreciate all of you. Your support has been wonderful. Check out our new Discord server, Switch Strong. It is a safe, positive, fun place to play games at home while we wait for the world to return to normal. In the meantime, stay safe out there, be good to yourself and others. SwitchForce out.